Welcome back once again to Frontliner YouTube channel, and if you're watching us for the first time, please kindly take a second of your time and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Then don't forget to turn on notification bell for more updates daily. Now, my fellow Africans, as I'm talking to you right now, good news have now stormed Tanzania one day ago after Mama Samia Suluhu, together with his crew and the CCM party, succeed to rig back Mama Samia Suluhu into power after being favored by the constitution of Tanzania, whereby, as I'm talking to you right now, the letter that have been shared out by the Chadema party of Tundu Lissu in Tanzania is now exposing how Mama Samia Suluhu is now on the radar of ICC, where he's going to be arrested as from now so that she can go and answer some of the questions on massacre that happened during the presidential voting in Tanzania.
Tanzania kumewaka. Listen to this. First, the Tanzanians in diaspora have started submitting the evidences that point to Samia Suluhu being part of the crimes against humanity that are happening in Tanzania, where at the ICC. 2, the Southern African Development, that SADC, that group has said the elections in Tanzania were sham. Okay, for lack of a better word, they were sham elections. And Samia Suluhu is about to go through the same process Uhuru went through in 2017, where he was forced into a handshake. Let's see how it goes.
As we have been saying for a few days now, we have been collecting evidence of the atrocities and the massacre that has happened in Tanzania. And despite the media blackout, human beings always find a way. And right now we are seeing the videos, the footage that is coming from Tanzania. And in very simple terms, it is a bloodbath. It is a massacre. And we cannot allow ourselves as Africans to accept such a thing happening in any country in Africa. We are also receiving information that the Tanzanian government is trying to hide what has happened by going to hospitals and morgues, collecting bodies. We don't even understand where they're going to take those bodies to. At the same time, they are moving across shops, that are strategically positioned, collecting CCTV evidence. This is a very clear indication that they're trying to hide the atrocities that have been committed. We are saying, as Kenyans, as Africans, we cannot let this just pass like that. As Africans, I want to strongly condemn
Tanzania due to his dictatorship under his leadership in his country of Tanzania. And before we proceed with the conversation, allow me to read for you the letter from opposition leaders of Tanzania that is now exposing how Mama Samia Suluhu, who was sworn in one day ago, is now on the radar of ICC to face charges. Following the large number of the deaths and the many civilians with life-threatening injuries in different parts of the country, as per the information we have received so far, following the existence of pictures and videos showing dead bodies scattered on the street and reports that some hospitals are overwhelmed by corpses, a situation indicating that mass killings are taking place in Tanzania under the oppressive regime of Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan as Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan and her party. Following the reports that the people force in moving around the various hospitals to collect the dead bodies of those killing during the demonstration with the intention of erasing evidence and statistics. And following the fact that many of the injured are unable to go through hospital to treat their wounds due to lack of essential social services, including transportation and communication. Chama cha Demokrasia na Maendeleo Chadema, number 1. We strongly condemn the unnecessary use of force by the security organs of Tanzania against demonstration who choose to exercise their constitutional and legal rights to peaceful protest against the illegal exercise of the so-called election. Number 2, we call upon the security organs to immediately stop the excessive and unreasonable use of force against civilians that are holding peaceful demonstrating in Tanzania. Number 3, we advise and appeal to the international community, especially the United Nations and the International Crime Court (ICC) to urgently conduct an independent investigation in the killings committed by the government of Tanzania against its citizen, and to take appropriate action. Number 4, which is the last. We call upon the government to immediately restore internet services to facilitate citizen communication and enable the provision of other social media services more easily. Issued today, Saturday. It was issued on Saturday, on 2nd November 2025.
Dr. Mo Ibrahim is one of the biggest defenders of democracy in Africa. You talk about governance a lot. You've made it your life's mission. President Samia Suluhu Hassan of Tanzania just got inaugurated today. Your reaction? Because there were a lot of protests in the country.
Yeah, I think it's really inappropriate and unacceptable to ban the main opposition party from elections. How can you have an election without the main parties? I think imprisonment also of the opposition leaders was not necessary. I mean, the election commission said that President Samia, she got 98% of the votes.
Right.
And that 88% of the eligible voters,
Right,
they turn out.
So 88% turnout.
So you get 98% of 88%. That's over 90%, well over 90% of the votes of the people. So if she is so wonderfully supported by the people, why then the need to do this? Why don't you have just a fair election and allow everybody? Why are you afraid? What are you afraid of? You know, let the ballot box sort it out. And instead of putting people in prison, killing people, shooting at young people, that's not right.
The internet has been shut down in Tanzania since election day.
Yeah.
And so it's even hard to verify what's going on, but there's reports of a lot of people
a lot
killed.
of deaths and a lot of, and even prior to the election, there have been disappearances of people,
Yes,
there have been killing of people, abductions, imprisonment. Why you need to do that? If you are so beloved by the country, if you're going to get over 90% of the vote, why don't you just relax and let a fair election take place instead of really smearing the whole process by blood unnecessary?
The opposition leader, Tundu Lissu, he's been charged with treason, and his party did not participate in this election.
I think this is really unfair, and I hope for the correction of action and release of prisoner, because we don't want violence in Africa. We don't want all these conflicts. There are self-inflicted wounds. Why you need that? This hurts our economy. Who will invest in our countries if we have violence and we have, loss of security and rule of law? It doesn't help us going forward.
So the African Union congratulated her for her victory. A lot of African presidents said congratulations.
But they also note, the African Union also noted strongly the loss of lives and what happened.
Yes.
And probably the president has enough votes there. It's fine. All what we object to or we don't like actually is this violence. That is unnecessary.
Would you tell her that directly when you speak to her next?
If she willing to speak to me, of course I'll speak to her.
And what will you tell her?
I told her exactly what I said to you. I say the same things. I don't have two faces. I say it as it is, and that will.
That is the day that this letter was aired out. So this letter is enough to explain to you how Mama Samia Suluhu is now going to face the ICC according to a pile of bodies that were eliminated by the dictator Samia Suluhu Hassan in Tanzania, massacre, and demand immediate arrest of the dictator Samia Suluhu. Oh God, mercy of Tanzania, brothers and sisters, we call ICC to take action in this massacre. So, as we speak right now, that is the good news from Tanzania. And I told you on this platform that what can help our neighboring country of Tanzania is only ICC, because Courts of Tanzania does not have extra power to talk about, to discuss, to debate, so that they can analyze things and help Tanzania. They don't have that one. They can't stop any presidential voting in Tanzania, no matter what. Hawawezi. Because the constitution of Tanzania does not favor them, does not allow courts in Tanzania to dive deeper into what happened during the presidential voting. They don't have that power. They can have power to go through other small cases, but the case of starting from president going up, they can't touch such kind of cases. But I know very well that only ICC is going to help is going to help the citizen of Tanzania to find justice according to the family that lost their beloved ones during the presidential protest that kicked off in Tanzania 1 week ago, because it happened, it was on 29th October, Wednesday. Then even right now, people are still protesting. And to make it worse, thousands of Tanzanians who are on the street protesting have been murdered. Wengi kabisa. It is not all about one person or 3 or 10 or 20. Many. And several have been injured. Where others are now dying slowly by slowly because of the lack of capital, lack of communication, because up to now, social media platforms have been shut down in Tanzania because they don't want, the government of Tanzania does not want things to be exposed out on how things went down during the presidential protest due to the dictatorship under the newly appointed president of Tanzania, Mama Samia Suluhu. I just wanted to update you on that one, on how ICC is now on the radar of the newly appointed president, Mama Samia Suluhu. See you in the next video.